Come to attention. Back. All right. So what happened was the RevX cut back their time to 50 minutes. So I had started early, and so it cut off. And I thought it was cutting off after 30 minutes, but it actually cut off after 50 minutes. That's why I didn't start this until 6 today. So we have it recorded. Let me look to see if there's any beginners. Yeah. All right, Matt, you can go with punches. Turn your microphone on.
Single punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Double punch.
Double punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
3 punches.
Triple.
Yes, 3 punches. Go, Matt.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait.
There was 9. You're right. 10.
10.
All right. Good enough. Thank you, Matt. Unmute your mic. Or mute it, rather. Don't sit down. We don't want to be comfortable. Okay. So, Tuesday we went over some self-defense techniques, and I'm going to repeat them tonight because we didn't get them recorded. So, we're going to just start off on that. So, we worked on cat stance techniques. And so, I went through the different lead techniques and then follow-ups. And we'll just go ahead and do the same thing. So, I'm starting with the technique that everybody did for blue belt. Punch, move forward, elbow. So from the cat stance, punch, I'm in cat stance, I'm going to move my foot forward, which should actually be an attack to her knee as well, and elbow. Block, punch, elbow. And the other technique with our hands is a double punch. So I'm going to block, punch with my right hand, and finish up with my left. All right, Kelly's going to lead you through those. Let's do 10 of them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hup. 1, 2,
Okay, that was real good. I was watching everybody when they were doing it. When we're doing these techniques, the hand techniques, like the double punch, is pretty obvious. So everybody in class knows how to punch. So the punch is only a small part of what we're doing. So one thing I'm doing is moving out of the way. Then I'm punching with this first hand, and then I'm moving my foot forward, changing my stance, and punching with the second hand. So I'm using the change of the stance to get more power into that second punch. So we don't want to miss that when you're practicing. Some of you were just like punch, and not using your legs. So when we're doing these combinations, you want to use your body dynamics and legs. Remember, earlier classes we worked on how to generate power. So we're either lateral movement or moving forward or cranking into the punch. And so when we practice these techniques, we want to practice that dynamic. All right, kicking techniques. So punch. I think we did a snap side kick on this one. Finish it up. So we could do other kicks. I'm just doing that kick because I think that's what we did the other night. So block, punch, snap side kick. We could press and kick it that way. Or we could do a vertical knee. There's a bunch of things. I don't want to confuse everybody, so let's just stay on that. Block, punch, snap side kick. And then the last one, block, punch, and since you punch here and your hand's already here, you grab the shoulder. And I explained the other night, if I pulled Kelly this way, she would be able to resist it with the strength of the back. But if I twist her, then I'm turning her off axis. And that's going to make it easier for me to bend her some. And then I'm bringing a right knee, horizontal knee up, on the leg. Lock, punch, grab her shoulder, twist her into the knee. So Kelly's going to do 10 repetitions of both of those. So she'll start off with block, punch, snap, side kick. Block with your left, punch with your right, snap, side kick with your left. Go.
2,
Slow the count down in between. You've got to give him a chance to set back up.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, and then the last technique is blocking left, punching right, and then a right horizontal knee into the body.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, well, we set up for this one, so I was just watching everybody do that technique. And here's an example of what I was talking about the other night as far as the reason why we're going over a bunch of different techniques. Because some techniques fit certain people, other techniques fit other people. So, like, for example, with that block punch knee. David Hankins was doing that and looked powerful and comfortable with that. Samhita was going through the movement, but she didn't look comfortable with it. On the other hand, she looks a lot more comfortable with things like turning side kicks or foot kicks. So it depends on your technique and what you feel comfortable with. And we do a bunch of different techniques so that you find the ones that you feel the most comfortable. All right, so this time we're going to start with the hand that we blocked with. So Kelly's punching, I'm going to block, and then my initial hand, the hand that's on her arm, I'm going to strike with first. So because it's here, knife hand strike palm up is right there. Whereas if I was going to do knife hand strike palm down, I'd have to bring it this way, away from where I'm trying to do the strike. So it flows better to do knife hand strike palm up. And then I'm going to follow up an elbow with the same arm. So again, body dynamics, I'm using the turn of my body to block harder this way. And then because I'm in the cat stance, I'm using that fluid motion to come into this strike. And then I'm shifting the stance back into a horse stance so I have power when I throw that final elbow. So there's a lot of stance changes going on in just those quick moves. So I'm rotating this way, rotating through, and shifting back into a horse stance for the final strike. Did an elbow on this side too. So we did the strike, and then we did a vertical back. So again, that flows. I'm coming here to the strike, my hips turn, and I'm going to turn back into the vertical back. So I'm not fighting myself. I'm flowing with technique. Block, strike, vertical back.
One, two, three,
A little slower in between the counts, and we're not getting set back up. Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. So alright, so we're here. We're going to do knife hand strike, palm up, and then we have to come up with the technique here. This snap side kick was really good on this one as well. And let's see if we can come up with something different. Alright, so I just like that technique too much. We're just going to have to keep doing that again. So we're going to strike through, which pulls our balance back this way, and then back into the snap side. Lock, strike, snap side kick. block, strike, and on this one we did a round kick. So like a round kick to the body or a round kick to the head. Block, strike, and then back leg round kick.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. All right. Go.
Okay, so the last set of these self-defense techniques, we block and start with a kick. So, same stance, yeah, stance. So I'm stepping further out this side. And I'm going to snap side kick, touch my foot to the floor, and then the same leg press. Lock, snap, touch the floor. That's to help you out on that. And then press. Kelly asked if you start with a back kick. Hold on one second. Okay. So Kelly asked a good question, and that's if we start our self-defense techniques with a back leg kick. So I'm going to show you one self-defense combination with a back leg kick so that you understand what I'm going to say about it. So let's say I did an outside forearm block and then spun and hit Kelly with a spinning back kick. Now the problem with our regular self-defense techniques is we want to do 3 moves. We want to block, hit, and finish. So that's sort of a block and finish by itself, because how am I going to follow up on that? If I block, and then I hit Kelly with a spinning back kick, and I hit her hard, then there's no way I can follow up. She's out of range. So that's why we don't start with a back leg kick. The back leg kick is a power kick. And if you start with a power kick, you usually can't follow up. But if you start with a power kick, it's also very telegraphic. Kids don't know what telegraphic means. So that means like if I emailed Kelly in the meantime and told her, hey, I'm going to hit you with a spinning back kick, she'd see it coming. So that's why we do an entry technique first to distract our opponent. So power kicks as the first move aren't real practical because they're telegraphic. People can see them coming. All right, so we were on our final kick. All right. So we're going to do a snap side kick, and then I'm going to do a vertical knee. So we did a horizontal knee before. I'm going to do a vertical knee this time. So I'm blocking, snap side kick, and the same thing. I'm going for this opposite shoulder to turn her on her axis. Again, pulling somebody straight this way is against their strongest resistance. Anybody, no matter how strong they are, if you pull them this way, you're going to turn them a little bit. Even a big, strong guy, you're going to turn a little bit off center. So block, snap side kick, vertical knee.
One. Two. Three. Four. Five. Six. Seven. 8. 9. Hup.
Hold on a second. All right, so there's two different self-defense techniques that Kelly's doing because I just showed them. So she just did block, snap side kick, and crescent kick. Some of you did the knee technique because, well, like Lenny came in while we were doing that technique, so he didn't know we were doing the other one. All right, so if you just did block, snap side kick, knee, this time do block, left leg, snap side kick, left leg, crescent kick. On Kelly's count.
1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10.
All right, so let's summarize what we just did so that you get an idea of, again, what I'm talking about. So we used the same stance. We did the same block on 12 different techniques. The first 4, we started with our other hand. So we blocked with our left, started with our right. The second 4, same stance, we blocked with our left, we struck with our left, with our hand technique to start off with. The last 4, we blocked with our left and started with the left leg snap side kick. And then we finished with all of our extremities, both hands and both legs. So we ended up with 12 different combinations. Those are by no means all the different kinds of combinations that we could do inside of that framework. We could exchange different techniques, knees for front kicks, or knees for round kicks, strikes for punches. But the idea there is to give you a bunch of different directions to come from, a bunch of different options. And then what you have to do is figure out what you feel the most comfortable. All right, we're going to do some kata. Kelly's going to start off with. Okay, Kelly's going to start off with Chun-Ji. Everybody go along with her. All right, respect.
Yeah.
Good work. All right, Marjorie, I got you on. I got a lot of your ceiling, Marjorie. Move your camera down a little bit. And unmute yourself. All right, do solid. That was great. How about doing it on time? Do it on
I
count.
can't hear. Do what?
Do it on count. And slow down a little bit. They can't keep up with you.
Do you want me to count move by move or sets?
Move by move because you're going too fast.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Sorry, I muted myself and I didn't unmute myself. How about doing round kick, spinning back kick? Did you hear it that time? Angie?
I didn't hear you. Sorry.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Round kick, spinning back kick.
Okay.
Both sides.
So you get a left fighting or right fighting stance. Round kick. Sit it down. Turn. Spinning back kick. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 9.
Everybody, all right. So some of you just fell off that last kick. It's because you're not looking before you kick. You have to round kick, then look, then spin it back kick. All right, make sure you look on the second side now.
Switch side. 1. 2. 3. 4.
Angie, hold off for a second. All right, so on these last 5, pay attention to your foot position on the back kick. Your foot should be at the end of that kick either parallel to the floor or toes pointing down a little bit. Actually, toes pointing down a little bit. If your toes are pointing up, you spun around too much. You spun around too much, and then your hips out of position, so your toes are pointing up. So pay attention to that on these last 5. All right, Angie.
6. 7. 8. 9. 10.
Very good. Thank you, Angie.
You're welcome.
Ishwa, I want you to do change-up kicks. So unmute yourself first. And then get into a left fighting stance and do a low round kick like you're kicking me in the knee, and then the same leg kick me in the head. Do it once. Let me see. Yeah, but you started the first one too high. Do the first one definitely below the belt. Do it. There you go. All right. So for everybody, the reason you do that first kick low, this is a mind lead. You're trying to get the person's attention away from their head and the upper part of their body. So you do a low kick, even though in all competitions now you can't touch below the belt. But that doesn't mean you can't throw that kick down there to get their attention. So you do that first kick dynamically and then switch it to their head. That's why it's called a change-up kick. In baseball, a change-up is the difference between somebody pitching really fast and then changing up and pitching slow. So what we're doing here is changing our target. Real dynamic on that low kick, though, to catch their attention. Remember, we worked on this in class, catching their eyes, getting their eye contact, and then bringing their eyes down with that low kick, and then change it up on them. All right. So you ready, Ishwa? Let's do 20 of those, 10 on each side.
Okay.
All right.
Start with your left stance. 1. 2.
Hold on.
3.
Hold on. Matthew. Kick with your back leg. Like you're doing a regular round kick, except you're going to do 2 of them, one low and one high. That's it. Okay? All right. Start over this one.
Okay. Again. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5.
Good looking kicks, everybody.
8, 9, 10. Hey! Switch legs. Right leg front in a fighting stance, and now kick with your left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Keep your eyes up.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey!
Good work. Thank you, Ishwa. All right. I'm going to have Samhita lead us in hook kicks here in a second. I'm letting you catch your breath. I bragged you up the other day, Craig, so I'm gonna say it again while you're in the class. So Craig did all of his Greensboro Karate Institute katas a couple weeks ago, I think it was, or maybe last week, and then posted them on the group site. So I encourage all the advanced students, that's most of this class here tonight, if not everybody in this class tonight, to do the same thing, to do all of your katas and post them. So, like, Levi is getting ready to test for red belt, so he needs to do all 10 of his katas. Kelly and Angie are getting ready to test for third degree, so they need to practice or demonstrate all of their 15 katas. Raina is getting ready. She has 7 or 8 katas that she's responsible for, and so on. So you know the amount of katas that you're responsible for. I want you to take the time to practice them and then do them and post them on the group site. So everybody's done really well with posting individual katas. I want to get to the point where we're close to testing. So let's practice the katas cumulatively and do all of them and then post them that way. So Craig, I had to compliment you since you did such a good job of giving them that example. All right. Everybody rested, so I'm going to pull Samhita up. It's saying the meeting's going to end again in 5 minutes. Samhita, let's go through some hook kicks before we end class, before class ends. Let me get you up. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm going to kick with my right leg first, so left leg should be in front, left front stance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Switch legs.
Okay. Now, if we finish this, we may get cut off on this. So I'm getting a message. The meeting's going to end for everybody in 5 minutes, which I went back and looked at an email and it said I would have 50 minutes for class. 5 minutes is 45 minutes. So I'm still going to start the class exactly at 6 o'clock so that we can give as much time as possible until we can come up with a different solution for this. All right, go ahead, Sammy. There's the other light.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Thank you, Sam. Here.
You're welcome.
Sorry, everybody. I'm trying to get the screen back on me. So I'm a little confused about the time, but
Bill, that was my fault. I logged in about 3 minutes early because I wanted to see if Anthony had sound. So that was my fault.
all right. So that's what the deal is, because Warner's is an administrator as well, and we only have 50 minutes. So when he logged in a little bit, that started a little bit early. So we'll know that. So next Tuesday we'll start class exactly at 6 o'clock, and nobody will log in until then. We'll have to start right away, so everybody will have to be prepared for that. The other solution, when we were trying to do it on the other one, it recorded the audio but not the video, so we wouldn't have any record of class. So it wouldn't be as good. All right, come to attention. Respect. Who's number 1? Thanks for coming. All right. Still leaving us a little time, but it's going to end. So thanks for coming, everybody, and we'll start class exactly at 6 on Tuesday.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye, thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Enjoy.